Jumping right into today's off of Mondays, it's a very important concept to discuss because I know that I have definitely put up with way more than I now know my self-worth should have tolerated. But at the time, talking about Mondays being desperate, that has to do with having a hole inside of you, your self-worth. Do I like thinking of myself as having a hole of self-worth? No, of course not. I like to think of myself as a very strong-minded human. My parents raised strong people. We know our worth. I'd like to think that, right? But you go ebbs and flows, life is. So I went through a phase more than one time where my self-worth was obviously being challenged. If I did tolerate this, and this, I would love to see now somebody try to do to me this, or even a little of this. Because you know why? My self-worth is through the roof. Through the roof. It's back to what it was when I was younger. I know I'm a loved human being on this planet. I know I have parents and friends and family and okay? So there's no way I'm gonna just, you're so cute. Oh, thank you. He said I'm cute. I'm gonna go out to dinner. There's that voice I do with my girlfriend. We just make jokes. How you get swoony when somebody, okay. I'm not doing that anymore because my tolerance is definitely related to my worth. And you might say, well, Renee, you sound like you wouldn't put up with anything. Nothing bad. You're right. Absolutely correct. And you might say, well, you'll never, ever be with anybody. Bad comes up, fights happen, arguments happen, disagreements happen. That's not bad. See, that's where I don't think that's bad. Of course, disagreements are going to happen. But I do believe that you can have disagreements in healthy manners. You follow what I'm saying? It doesn't need to be all knock down, drag out, fighting for hours. Do you follow me? My self-worth now is so high and repaired and in line that I would never allow somebody to come on to me with the cheesy, fast forward that chapter, just think of your own line and how your narcissist came on to you. With the cheesy banter they come at me with. I would probably now say, and just in case it's a nice guy who just doesn't have game and he comes off cheesy, I wouldn't want to hurt that person's feelings. So I wouldn't be rude, assuming it's a narcissist. But I would say, does that line work on people? I'm just curious if it does. Now, if it's a nice guy and I'm smiling and I'm putting it that way, he's going to giggle back and say, sometimes I guess that was kind of cheesy, huh? And we'll have a laugh and a giggle. I'm thinking of some nice guys right now that I know. They would have a laugh and a giggle if a girl came back at them with that. If it's a narcissist, they might scurry away and be like, ooh, this one's on to me. She's too smart. I'm not going to get that one. Because you're challenging them right off the bat. My tolerance level, even for the opening line, has gotten to be nil. Just come at me like a normal person, right? Just like a normal person. You come here often. Now, I don't go out very much anymore, not in the world like that. I go to friends' homes and everything's changed since COVID. I at least for me, I'm not out in the world as much where somebody's going to come up to me. But if I were, and I go out, I'm at the gym, I'm at the grocery store, I am out with friends in a restaurant maybe, but nobody, if somebody did come up to me with any kind of non-real attempt, you got to get your own worth in line. And if you say to me, well, how can I? He beat me down so much. And my mentality is such that I'm worth nothing. I had somebody say that to me the other day, and I was broken hearted. I'm worth nothing. He's torn me down. I have no self-esteem. It's gone. Okay, well, you were put here on this earth to serve some purpose to someone. If you are unsure of your self-worth or your self-respect or your self-esteem, look inward and say, what is your value? You have tremendous value. Surround yourself with people who love you. Spend alone time if that's how you recharge. That's what I do. And you will get that in line. I am telling you right now, the way it would go is this. If somebody ever, for example, say I get into a relationship and it's a healthy relationship, but I go to say something in an argument. We're having a healthy dissertation because people are raised differently. Of course, you're going to have different. The minute somebody ever said to me, "You're crazy," I would say, I wouldn't break up. Again, it could be a nice guy just saying that. "You're crazy" is a very common thing that men say to women. It's gaslighting when it's used toxically, but it could also be an off-the-cuff comment. Either way, I'm not taking it ever again. My tolerance is directly connected to my worth. No, I'm not crazy. I don't appreciate that statement. Did you want to rephrase? "I'm just saying that you're crazy because you're acting." No. Please explain to me. Let's sit down right now. Stop this disagreement over laundry or whatever, and tell me why you would think that's a good idea to tell me or to ask me, am I crazy? I won't put up with it. My tolerance is 0 for any of the things. If I were in a relationship again, and again, it's a healthy one, the guy, there's no signs of narcissism, but he throws in a little triangulation in there because he's insecure. Not a full-blown narcissist, psychopath, sociopath, or toxic person, but he throws in a little a triangulation. "Yeah, my friend from college is coming down. She and I were very close. I don't want you to get jealous or anything. We did almost hook up," and whatever they say. And you can clearly see they're trying to get a little jealousy out of you, but it might just be because of insecurity. I would nip that in the bud. "Sit down, please. We need to have a conversation." Well, what? This is how you put this. This is how you, and maybe I didn't say it right, but you know what I mean. They're doing it on purpose. I would say to them, there is no need for you to have done that. I appreciate that you may have an insecurity that you might make to feel better if you see that I'm jealous of this person, but I don't really involve myself in that kind of thing anymore. Okay? Me telling you my feelings for you should be enough. I shouldn't have to prove it to you by showing you that I'm jealous over another girl at 56 years old. Okay? Not happening. My tolerance is related to my worth. My worth is off the chart. I remember my mother loves me, my father loves me, my stepmother loves me, I have a brother, a cousin, a ton of friends. Like, I'm not lacking in love. And I think when we are in the midst of feeling not so much self-worth, we're lacking in a self-love. For whatever reason, maybe you lost your job, you came off a bad breakup, your weight isn't where it wants to be, you had a fight with your parents, like whatever it could be. But I'm telling you, you should learn to love yourself and know that your tolerance for putting up with things is related to that. How does the expression go? We accept what we think we deserve. That breaks my heart, because that means that for so many times I thought I deserved that much, that much less. I thought I deserved all that junk that they put me through. And I say they because I've dated more than one narcissist. I've put up with a lot, you guys, and I've dished out a lot. Because once you get into the vortex of a dysfunctional relationship, everyone's yelling at everyone. It's terrible. It's a terrible environment. I don't want it either way. I don't want to bestow upon someone all that toxicity when you're screaming and yelling and crying and up for hours. I don't want it. And my self-worth will not tolerate it ever again. Even if that means I end up alone, you might say, absolutely. I have a very happy, quiet, simple, little fabulous life. I don't bother anybody. I'm not angry. I'm not stressed. And I refuse to get back into that cycle anymore. Why? Because my tolerance is related to my worth. So my self-worth has now been repaired. Any hole of self-love has been filled. And I've gotten back to myself and my self-worth. And so now I realize my tolerance is going to be 0 for any of the shenanigans, any of the tomfoolery that goes on with these people. Keep an eye on that, you guys. Do not keep putting up with something. And if you do keep putting up with something, check in with yourself and say, why am I tolerating all this? Am I having a lack of self-worth? I will see you guys Friday. Thank you for watching. Please go ahead and hit sub, like, and share, and have a good day.